Meal prep mistakes that can sabotage your results. Does everyone meal prep? I meal prep because it saves me time in the end. And it's one of those things that keeps you on track, doesn't it? But sometimes it can sabotage your results. Now I'm just looking down here at my notes. If I do look down, that's why I'm just, because I don't want to go off topic. But the meal prepping saves time and supports your goals, but there are some things that trip people up. So it can be done a little bit wrong, but not wrong, but I don't like to say wrong, but there are 3 things that can trip you up with meal prep. All right. So the first one is lack of variety. So if you've got lack of variety, boredom sets in, and you can get some cravings and that as well too. So it is really important to have variety. So like over summer, I had a lot of salads. Now I'm moving into winter, having more stews, soups, stir fries, things like that. So for me to have, I like a lot of variety. I like variety in my training. I like variety in my nutrition. Some people can eat the same thing over and over, but ideally it's not great because it's not good for your microbiome, your stomach microbiome. And we need to keep variety going because different types of foods stimulate different types of villi, I suppose, in your gut. So, but it's really important to get into variety, and I think the only way to do that is to just be always trialing new things. But you need the time to do that. You just can't pluck a new recipe from anywhere. You've got to trial it. I always generally try to trial new recipes every week if I can. I see something, I screenshot it, or I'll save it away in Pinterest. But I'm always on the lookout for really simple meal prep ideas because I don't like things to be elaborate, which comes to me to the second point, which is overcomplicating things. Because if you start overcomplicating things, it really leads to burnout because you've got so many ingredients to put in there and everything like that. So keeping it really simple, that's what I do. I'm always on the lookout for meals that only require, 3, 4, 5 ingredients, and that's it. And then I can remember it as well when I do go to meal prep. But yeah, it is really important. And years ago when I was doing some personal training, I was looking for some solutions for my clients, and I wanted it really simple because people's lives are complicated as it is now. And and what really is bringing people's attention now is also convenience, right? So if you can keep it really simple and convenient for yourself, it'll get done. So first one, lack of variety with your meal prep. So you've got to, as I said, you can get bored. You can have cravings too if you don't try to have things like, for instance, at the moment, I make these kind of mug cakes at the moment, and one of them I wanted a savory one, so I've just tried one last. It was like a cheese and bacon, and got these different herbs and spices and things like that in a mug cake, so I can have it instead of bread with some soup. So I've been trialing that, and I have got some sweet ones. So you really got to, to stop the boredom and, increase the variety, you've got to have your head in there continually, sort of learning new stuff about your food and get interested in it. As you're going to have to sort of shift your time a little bit. And the second one is overcomplicating it. And then the third one is skipping protein. Protein helps you with your hunger, okay? It doesn't allow to have, if you're eating protein regularly through the day and also through your meals, it helps you with your energy. Because people, if they have a 3 p.m. afternoon slump, it's usually because they haven't had enough protein through the day. Okay, so if we want to avoid that real tiredness, when you get to 3 o'clock and there's that slump. I know that because I've worked with a lot of people over the years, but also myself. But and it stops the hunger. Protein stops the hunger. Protein and fat, actually. So yeah. But anyway, so you got to prep smart, I guess. Prep smart, and it really what that does, it is success on autopilot. And that's what you want. You don't want to think about too many things these days. You want to have things that are really simple, convenient, and things that you don't have to think about too much. So keep it really simple. But yeah, that's me for Wellness Wednesday today. But if you would like some more information, or if you like, I've got actually a 30-minute strategy session. I can help you with that if you like. So all you need to do is DM me personally. Just send me a DM, and we can set up a time for you, and we can have a little chat there. So have a great week, and thanks for chiming in on Wellness Wednesday. Thanks, guys.